Jared just got on here to ask Riley sex questions.
No,
I apologize. We thought it was going to be a wholesome podcast.
These are questions straight from the video.
How big do you like a wiener? So would you like to get whipped or not? Okay. She's just here to be a friend, you know? She's here to fill in when Indy's gone.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 86 of Dropouts. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to 86 of Dropouts.
What was the last episode I was on?
That's a good question. Let's look it up.
It's not a good question.
Wasn't.
Let's move on, guys.
October 17th.
Nice.
All right, start off
right,
hot.
yeah.
I am going to start off hot.
What do you want to talk about?
I may never walk again. Let's talk about
Okay,
that for
let's
5
get the
seconds.
knee
You're
update.
making that worse for yourself, though.
How about you hold on, okay? I'm gonna bring up some
Gosh.
things, and then you can jump in and you can get mad at me, okay? I got my MRI results back, everyone. Turns out I tore my ACL, which is one of the worst injuries. Not that. That's not funny.
But-
Okay.
That was meant to play.
Why would that? I wasn't abducted by a UFO.
No, but that was supposed to play after you got your torn ACL results, and then it goes.
You just hit the wrong button.
I hope you fall down 3 times a day, and one of them is fatal. Anyway, tore my ACL. Apparently, there's no blood flow to the ACL, so it does not repair itself. So this means I'm most likely going to have surgery. And what does that do for my mental health? Nothing great, Riley. How about that? I cried about this. Yeah, I walked on it because I may never walk again.
What are you talking about?
wait,
You not
no.
even the surgery.
95% of people that get the surgery never walk again.
That is so wrong.
No. That's
So
not
wrong.
real.
Either
You
way,
have
I feel
crutches,
like
use them.
95% of people that go on walks every day with a torn ACL never walk again.
40-minute walks, by
Okay,
the way.
I went
That's
on-
extensive.
Okay, listen, I know I'm probably going to have my surgery soon. And that means I'm not going to be able to walk for a while, and I'm going to be in copious amounts of pain. So I said, okay, while this leg, yeah, maybe it's at 60% right now, but I want to see the great outdoors. I want to see it.
60%. That's at like 6% right now.
I want to see a tree in real life, Jared. I want to see people running. I want to experience the real world while I can still stand on my own 2 feet. I don't think that's too harmful. Yes, I
Okay,
went for a
then
40-minute
do that
walk.
with
Use the
crutches.
crutches.
I'm not using the crutches. They hurt my little armpits.
Then put little pads on them.
Yeah, get something to put on it. This is not going to hurt your arms anymore.
Coming from a pad girl herself, you know what I mean?
I don't use pads. I don't like them.
It's because it's too messy.
No, it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, but those crutches, no, I don't want to use them. Anyway, the point is I've been doing a lot of research. And it's looking like a 9 to 12 month recovery, which is,
That does suck.
yeah, keeping me up at night. And
Probably going to be like a 12 to 14 months now because you've been walking.
yeah, maybe
Making it
Riley,
worse.
maybe. And it's been really taking a toll on my positivity. I've been real negative as of recent. And then I spend all my nights researching ACL tears. And I found my way on some chat boards online, some Reddit threads.
Now, can I ask you real quick, why do you do that to yourself?
Because it turns out that the first 4 days are one of the most excruciating pains that Cindy has ever had in her life. So really scared about that. But I found this guy in West Virginia, Dr. Chad Lavender. I really want to...
Chad Lavender.
That sounds fake.
not-
It's probably
that-
real.
Trust
that
me.
sounds like he writes young teen romance novels.
He can do whatever he wants to me as long as he fixes my knee. But I found out that he does the fertilized stem cell ACL repair. So in the bone grafts, so when they're going to take my patella tendon and then they're going to stick it up in the bone. And usually the re-tear happens and the recovery time is bad because your body doesn't take well to those holes being in your bones or something like that. If I'm wrong, who cares? And so they put like the fertilized stem cells in from your bone marrow in it, and then it repairs it faster. And these guys that he's working on have been healing in like 4 months instead of 9 months.
That's pretty sick.
So I want to try to get in contact with him. He lives in West Virginia.
Road trip.
I'm gonna DM him, and if he doesn't respond, I'm gonna try to get all of my like social media friends to DM him and be like,
Could you
Tell
imagine?
Zach.
"But do you think that'll help?" Because then
I think so.
I think actually, yeah.
Yeah.
he helped pioneer this process. I'm sure he wants to let people know he's doing so well with it. We can have him on the podcast. I'm running in 4 months. Like, that sounds great. And we go to West Virginia,
I love West Virginia.
Blue Ridge Mountain.
I've never been.
Mountain Mama.
Anyway, you've been begging to come on this podcast because you want to talk about what? What was it again? Any boys in your life? Come on, tell them.
Nope.
Why?
I don't fucking know. What the heck?
Do you think it's something that you're doing wrong or that they're doing wrong? Do they not value you?
I think I just don't like anyone right now.
Okay, because they're not sexy enough?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Real superficial over here.
Speaking of, I've been watching the new season of Love is Blind. Do you remember when we binged that show?
Yeah,
Zach?
I figured now that the new season came out, I also saw that it came out, and I thought we might watch it together.
That is not
And
true.
I didn't watch it
Then why didn't you message me?
because I thought you'd message me for once. Relationships are 50-50, sweetheart. And it's all 100% over here. He doesn't even come home anymore.
Because I'm watching Indy's Place.
Do
got
what?
a
You're
point.
watching it do what?
She's got a dog.
Watching the dog.
Do you like that dog? Be honest.
You don't. That's
No.
why it's not here. Otherwise, he'd be
No,
home.
he doesn't like the dog now either.
That dog is fucking
Dude,
annoying.
It's evil.
Listen. I
It's the random barks though.
That's-
That's the only thing
That's
like,
the most annoying
frustrating.
thing. That's why I don't like it here because I hate loud, obnoxious noises.
But it's only like
Shout out, Indy.
it'll be like once. It'll only be like once. Like he'll be laying on the couch perfectly fine, and then he'll just sit up, bark, put his head back down. I'm like, what the fuck was that, dude?
Well,
What's
because
that for? And then he
he's-
goes crazy and barks at the door. It's
he's
like,
the
no one's there.
worst.
It's the most shrill bark too.
Yeah, well, he's the worst apartment dog, right? Because
Yes.
he's a mix between
Drag him.
he's a mix between Chihuahua and Pit Bull, right?
Yep.
And so
Such a pit.
I watched this documentary on dogs and like how they become like what they like all the different
What
kinds.
haven't
Guys,
you
hear
done
the
over
dog
there?
barking out there, by the way.
What?
There's been a dog barking outside your
Oh,
Probably
that's
checkers,
so
probably
no, that's
followed us.
Tupac.
Oh, that's Tupac?
Tupac Shakorgi.
Yeah.
That dog's real loud. Very cute though, but very loud.
Yeah, I was like, I could hear him through my headphones right now.
Anyway, so I was watching this dog documentary, and turns out Chihuahuas have some of the best hearing of all the dog breeds, right? Because they have like those big pointy ears that they're literally just like antennas. They pick up everything. And so that's the thing is he hears every little footstep that is taken in that complex, you know, and then he growls at it or he barks. And then there's been multiple times where he goes crazy at the door, and I literally just open it. I'm like, there's no one there, dude. No one there. Not even a package from Amazon.
I picked him up and went
stop.
like this. Do you see anyone? Do you see anyone? No. So shut up. And I put him back down. But it doesn't help that the upstairs neighbors are horrible.
Oh my God.
I've got beef with this dog. Like
Yeah.
TikTok room, I hate this dog. Put it on there.
We're
now.
gonna get dragged by Indy for not liking checkers.
Dude, I don't even
Shit
think,
on I don't even think
checkers
Indy
all
likes
day.
checkers. Let's be honest.
And then he's throwing a temper tantrum because like I take him on walks, obviously, and he's not leash trained at all. So he like pulls on it, he tugs on it, and like luckily she got him a harness before he left, so he's not like choking himself anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to leash train him, and he keeps throwing temper tantrums because
You could at
I
least train
stop.
me.
But yeah, I'll stop and I'll take a couple steps back and I'm like, hey, by my side, right? And then he does that like little sniff there, like that sneezing.
Yeah.
He's like, you know.
But it's kind of just like a fuck you.
yeah, no,
when
it's
he
a big
does it.
fuck you.
What was it like sharing a womb? 'Cause I was just in there by myself. What was it like having roommates? Roommates.
Woo mates.
Mads rolled around all the time. Apparently.
Ugh, it's so annoying. Jared, do you have questions you want to talk about today, or are we just gonna waste our time? It's Super Bowl Sunday.
It is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, it is.
Da-da-dun, da-da-da. I thought you guys were going to join in on that.
Oh, I was basking in your excitement.
Yeah, waiting for you to finish.
So sorry.
I was getting a suntan from your excitement.
Speaking of Riley and boys, she says she doesn't just like anyone out there right now, right?
How is this? What? How did we get back on this topic?
So we're going to play a little game called Riley's Rockstar.
Oh, Riley, you're a rock star. Anyway.
And how is this played? What is this?
So you are currently single, as the kids say, and we're gonna try to find you a man. We're gonna put two people up on the screen, and you're gonna pick left or right, or you can just say their name, and they stay on the board, and then we show another man, and to see who your final lover is gonna be.
Oh God.
Close your eyes real quick.
Can I close my eyes too, or I'll close one? I can still see out of this one though, so it's not really doing much.
Is there a theme song?
No.
There should be.
I'll throw it in post. Okay, here we go. Riley's Rockstar. You can open your eyes.
Open your
now.
eyes. Oh.
Okay.
Please.
So like Zach said, we're going to start with two people on the screen. You're going to say right or left, or you're going to name them by name. And then whoever wins is going to go move over to the left, and they're going to stay on the board. And then
And this is assuming this is all consensual.
this is all consensual.
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you.
All right.
Let's play then.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna have to do with like music or something, but
No.
No.
this works.
I was just trying to think of something with alliteration. So Riley's Rockstar.
Works.
So we have the one and only Harry Styles versus Chase Stokes.
Can I also
The
play?
hit star. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
From Outer Banks.
Harry Styles. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
easy. That was easy for us.
Easy money. Okay. So Harry Styles stays on the board. Next we have Jacob Elordi versus Harry Styles.
Ooh, who do you want?
Jacob Elordi, aka Nate from Euphoria.
Both are tall, but one's a little bit more filled out, but one's a rock star. And this is Riley's rock star.
I'm gonna go with Jacob.
Oh, good choice. I've seen what he can do.
All right, we're gonna move him over.
Wow.
Take out Harry.
What an upset, huh?
Next we have Shawn Mendes
Ooh.
versus Jacob Elordi.
He sings songs and he was on Vine.
Fine. Nope, Jacob.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you like a big, strong man, don't you? Oh, he's Aussie too.
Next we have, what's his name, Zach? Jordan. what's
Jordan Fisher.
Jordan Fisher.
Is that what it is?
Zach made up this list, so
He's a guy that always like,
Jordan
I don't know what he
Fisher.
does, but somehow he's always in things.
that's an accurate way to describe it. I've definitely seen him, but could not tell you his name.
What? Like, I can't tell you what from though, but I know I've seen him a million times.
He's definitely
Multiple-
Disney something.
Oh yeah, he was Disney for sure. Jacob.
Okay.
Oh, this
Next
is.
we
Do
have.
you guys already have like predictions of who you think the last guy's gonna be?
We should have saved
You
Jacob for
should've-
last.
I was just going in the order that you sent
How
it.
tall is he? He's like 6'5".
Bryce Hall.
Jacob.
Okay.
Sorry, Bryce.
What's his name?
Joe Curie.
Joe Curie
from
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, Jacob.
Shit.
Yep, this is not a fun game. Jacob is.
Cole Sprouse.
He's got a twin, so it might be fun.
Jacob.
You're a trivia.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I was just gonna be
Jaden Smith.
Rockstar.
Will Smith's son.
Jacob.
Fuck.
Sorry.
That makes sense.
Okay, Timothy
I
Chalamet.
never really found Timothy.
All right.
So Jacob.
That makes sense too.
Oh shit.
Man, this game sucks.
Kian Lawley.
Oh.
Oh, Mads would be losing your shit. Right
This
now.
game was for Mads, but she just decided not to show up.
She really effed us over.
I'm gonna go Jacob. So.
Yeah, the guy's killing it right now. Why wouldn't ya?
Dylan O'Brien.
Charismatic. Really? Okay.
Jacob. Yeah.
Ah.
I've never.
Robert Pattinson.
Jacob.
Fuck. Tom Holland.
Come on, Tom.
Jacob.
Spider. Yeah. Okay.
I just feel. Tom,
that our last one?
Tom Holland is more like, oh, like he's cute, but he's not like hot. It's just Tom.
You like a big,
Tom Holland.
you like a big
Shouldn't have
strapping
put-
man.
Shouldn't have put Jacob third.
Shouldn't have
Why'd
put
we,
Jacob
why'd we do
Wow.
that?
Shouldn't have put Jacob third.
Okay, Riley's Rockstar.
What is it about him that gets your loins moving?
I hate that.
We had this big debate in the car yesterday on the way to the beach. It was between it was me, Jay, and Mads. If it was either who we would pick, either young Rob Lowe or young Brad Pitt, and that was the argument last night in the car.
I'll get down with that argument. Let's pull him up.
But like, just look up Rob Lowe 80s and then Brad Pitt 80s, and you have to pick one. That was like a debate.
All right, Jared, we got to pick.
Rob Lowe, 80s.
And then I want y'all to pick who you think
And
my
then
response was, and
Brad
who Mad's response
Pitt.
was, and who Jordan's response was.
80s. Fuck, that's a good looking dude. That's a good looking dude. All
Oh,
right.
Jared is wet, as the kids say. Not the kids, as other people. Women. No,
Rob.
that's misogynist.
Okay, Zach.
All right,
Pick.
let's see. See which one I
team
want
are
here.
you? Team Rob Lowe or Team Brad Pitt?
I've made my decision. I've made my decision for a long time.
What side are you?
I'm Team Brad Pitt.
I'm Team Brad Pitt. That's
I'm
a
Team Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's a good looking
I'm
dude
Team
right
Brad
there.
Pitt. Mads and Jordan are Team Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe.
Yeah, that was the debate because I was like, no, Brad Pitt. And they're like, no, Rob
No,
Lowe. I'm like,
Rob-
look, listen, both are very attractive, but Brad Pitt.
I feel like you could find any Rob Lowe within like a 10-mile radius.
Especially here in LA.
He's somewhere.
Yeah.
But Brad Pitt,
That's dude.
that's
That
next level. He's Brad Pitt.
Okay, now pull up pictures of them now.
that's a
And let's see
face.
it. how
Okay,
yours
now we'll
change.
compare. Okay, this is good. I mean, that's what is he, 50 something? That's great.
God. And then
How old is he?
Brad
I mean,
Pitt.
Brad-
Brad.
Pitt. Dude.
That is the face of a.
Oh, Jared.
That is the
I mean,
perfect
you
face.
let him in you rent free, right?
I'd hope for some benefits, but you know, like dental.
Yeah, no, Brad Pitt. See? I'm glad that we're all on that same page.
He's got such like a they've both got a confidence to them, but I feel like his is more a lovable confidence than the other one feels like a more cocky confidence.
You think Rob Lowe has a cocky confidence?
I think so, just based on the pictures I'm seeing. This is no merit to it at all. I'm just looking at face. I mean, look at that guy. He's laid back. Like he's got
That's
it.
it.
He's got it, but he's not shoving it in my face.
Yeah.
But he could.
That's exactly.
You know what I mean? Hey, Brad.
Hey. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
He's a
Brad
beautiful
Pitt.
man. God.
The things I would do with his looks.
Did I ever tell you about how I met Rob Lowe's dad?
Here we go. No,
Yeah,
story
what?
didn't happen. What happened, Jared?
No, this did happen. So it was when I was working at Banana Republic in
Dude,
college.
he loves talking about this.
This is the last time I talked about this.
I don't remember because I don't listen to you, but go ahead.
Anyway, I was working at Banana Republic, and this gentleman comes in, and we sell suits there, and then we also offer like dry cleaning services or whatever. So he buys a suit, and then he's like, "Can I get this dry cleaned before whatever?" And so sure. So I'm filling out the form, and I go, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Chuck Lowe." I said, "Is that Lowe like Rob Lowe?" Thinking of like how to spell it because there's an E at the end of it. And he's like, "How'd you know?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just a common name. You know, I just wanted to make sure that's how you spell it." And he goes, "No, like Rob Lowe's my son." And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Right? Because we're in Cincinnati, and he's
Ohio.
like, Ohio. All right. And he's like, "No, Rob Lowe's my son." And then he pulls out his phone, and it's a picture of the two of them on his wallpaper. And I was like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I have like a law office in Dayton, which is like 40 minutes north or whatever." But he's like, "I come into the city a lot to go downtown." And he's like, "I love coming here for my suits or whatever." So anyway, that was the time I met Rob Lowe's dad.
It's kind of funny that you've had more time in your life with Rob Lowe's dad than your own. Peacock, shout out to Peacock. They're about to drop us off some food in 10 minutes. Go download Peacock and use it for streaming services. They're not even paying me to say that. That's how much I love you, boys.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah, I know.
What food are they sending?
No clue. and
I
I'm
guess
pretty
we're going to
excited.
find out. We're going to find
Speaking
out
of
live.
finding out, we have a couple questions for old Riley over here, don't we, Jared?
Oh, that is a great transition.
Dude,
Zach.
Why is that nerve wracking? Every time you guys do something that's like,
I thought
What do you
that
have
game
planned?
was going to be so much more exhilarating.
who'd you
A
think
lot-
I would have ended up with?
I thought Tom Holland would have been a pretty strong contender in there, but
I'm legitimately in a dark place mentally, but let's move on.
okay. So the viewers know that last week we had the one and only David Alvarez, aka David Alvarez, on here, and lately he's been blowing up on YouTube and stuff with his video series that he does with all of his other friends. That he sets them in a line and he's asked them. He's like, "Do all guys think the same? Do all girls think the same? Do all YouTubers think the same? Blah blah blah." So I pulled some of the questions from "Do all girls think the same?"
Would you
And-
consider yourself a girl?
And we are
Then
going,
get ready for some questions.
Okay.
we're gonna get Riley's opinions on them. So shout out David. If you haven't seen his video, go check it out.
Wait,
So
right before we start, Jared, have you ever been in the mirror by yourself in the bathroom and like try to twerk to see what it looks like?
try to twerk, not in the bathroom. I have a full length mirror in my room.
You have?
that like I was just like, what if I busted down sexual style right now?
But honestly, Scout's honor.
Scout's honor. I've probably tried to throw it back once or twice,
Gotcha.
just because I don't know how girls do it.
Yeah.
I just
you?
Huh?
Have you?
It's not about me, Riley.
Well,
Answer these
I'm
questions.
asking-
Answer these
I'm
questions.
asking you.
Go ahead.
He's
Oh,
so
that's a
young.
yes.
Yeah.
That's a yes in Zach language.
I've got a video.
So the first question: should it be okay to check your significant other's phone?
I wouldn't say it depends. Like I wouldn't say check it. Like go on. Like if you like need to use it.
I think
I
they,
didn't-
I think
like,
they
if,
mean,
like if
I should have prefaced this. All the questions have like either strongly disagree, neutral, agree, or strongly agree. Right?
gotcha. Okay, so then I'm gonna say neutral.
Neutral.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna say neutral. I feel like if I say I don't have like access to my phone, someone be like, "Oh, can I use your phone really quick?" That should be allowed. That should be like, yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like you should have each other's passwords. See if you don't have anything to hide. What's the point?
Like even if you don't have anything to hide, right? Like, and you have each other's passwords, do you think it's okay to go in there and like go through their messages or whatever?
I don't know, cause like, if someone were to like try to go through my phone and be like, "Okay, you're not gonna find anything," so like don't really, you can check all you want, you're not gonna find anything, so I don't really.
I think
care.
a really fun thing on the podcast would be to give each other's
Each
phones
other's phones.
and then do a PowerPoint presentation on what we find.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
if
make
I'd
sure to
actually like
factory
that.
reset my phone before
Yeah, I
that
don't know if
happens.
I'd actually.
No,
I'm gonna
that's-
have to like.
That's
deep
not as
clean
fun.
my phone.
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna have to like deep clean my phone or something. Like,
No, the
do a
worse it
quick
is,
check.
the more fun it is.
No, I don't think you guys want for how bad it's my phone. I don't think you guys want that. I don't want that. I don't want you guys looking at that.
Fine. Bunch of wieners.
Okay, the next question: should a guy pay on the first date?
Yes, strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Okay,
Wow.
wow, fucking freeloader over here.
On
Yeah.
the first date, yeah. After that, you take turns.
What if you ask him out on the first date?
See, I don't really think I would do that.
Oh,
I feel like as far as like first moves go, the only first moves I'd make would either be
Kissing
like,
them with tongue?
Sure, and I'd make first move with kissing. Yeah.
what? You just walk up to them and
No,
kiss
no,
them?
no, no. That's like whatever. Say you've been going out for a little bit, whatever. You haven't had your first kiss with each other yet. I'll
okay.
make the first move with that. But like asking for someone's number, asking for something like that, I'll do the first move with that. But I don't really think I'd be the first one to ask out on a date.
If you had to consensually kiss someone, if your life was on the line and you had to text one person, we're like, if I came to you right now, would you kiss me? And they would probably accept. Who would that person be?
What was the question? I totally blanked out in the
If
middle
she
of that.
had, if she had to kiss someone for her life, like, or her life ends, like she,
Oh,
like, so
like
one
gun
person
to her head.
yeah, like one person to her phone. Who would you text and be like, hey, let's kiss? But you can't be like, it's because I'm about to get my head blown off. Like, and they just would want to kiss you back. Who would that be?
Like they would like who do I think would automatically say yes?
Yeah.
We're gonna go through my phone.
All right, let's make a PowerPoint.
Let's just go through my contacts really quick just to see because I have no idea.
It's a good question, huh? Look at me.
That is a good question. Thought provoking.
I prep for this podcast. Not a big deal. Hey guys, I want to reiterate, not doing well up here.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just don't. I don't. I don't
Really
think
left me out for dry on that question, huh? Such a juicy
don't really-
build-up for nothing.
Yeah, I
I'm not
know.
talking to anyone like that right now. so
You don't have to
fair.
be.
I
This is a
know,
gun
but,
to your
like,
head. Oh, okay.
just
I
don't
don't
do
know. Boom. Brains on the side of our set. Now we got to get that cleaned. Thanks a lot, Riley. Anyway, over to Jared. Who's
All right.
Jared Bear Music?
Do you agree, disagree, or are neutral with the statement, I think it's attractive when a guy posts selfies of himself?
Neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah.
You don't care?
No.
Depends on the selfie. What if it's like a shirtless selfie? In the mirror.
depends. It
What if he hasn't
depends.
cleaned his mirror? Oof.
It depends on the whole the picture looks like.
Has anyone ever sent you an explicit picture in your entire life? Be honest.
Yeah.
Oh! Move on.
Shit.
No follow-ups.
Face tuning photos is a form of catfishing.
If you do it severely, yes. If you're just trying to cover up like a few acne spots and whatever.
That's crazy.
don't really
All
think
girls
that-
think the same. That is
I just
exactly
don't-
what every single girl
Really?
in that video said.
I
like
just don't
verbatim.
like if you are altering what you look like completely, then yeah, that's catfishing. But if you like are just like
What if you
covering
shit?
up a few acne spots, like me, because of my skin and how it gets like red. If there's like a few red spots, like I scratch my arm or something, and I don't want that in the picture, yeah, I'll go in and I'll smooth it out a little bit. It's still gonna be red.
But what if
'cause
you,
I can't,
like-
take that out?
Okay, but if you alter anything else, like if you alter like the size of something or like
then yes,
then that is
you're
catfishing.
You're changing what you look like.
Now, could it be argued there is a certain filter that a lot of people like to use that applies makeup, but not that much makeup, but like a little bit of makeup? Does that alter your look at all? And like, could that still be considered a form of catfishing?
Not for me, not in my opinion, no, because it's the same as putting on makeup.
Just making sure. I didn't know if it like made your nose smaller or cheeks a little.
We'll have to do
red
some
or
research.
something. We got to do
Makeup
some.
has that effect too.
That's true.
It's what contouring it.
Can you
The-
can you contour Jared? Dude, you're gonna look snatched.
You're gonna look snatched. Okay, $1 million question:
All right.
does size matter?
Jared.
If so, what's more important, length or girth?
This podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/dropouts if you want some sweet, sweet therapy.
The best way to think about therapy is through a bunch of analogies.
Listen, people, you go to the gym for your muscles, right? That doesn't seem out of place, but people think that therapy is taboo. No, it's even more important. You need therapy for your brain. It's a gym for your brain, okay?
You go to the doctor to get your body checked up, right? Why not get your mind checked up?
Going to therapy doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means you're investing in yourself to keep your mind healthy.
Like Zach, you've been talking about that your mental health probably isn't at the best place that it's ever been.
I'd say
because-
20%.
20% because you tore your ACL.
I did tear my ACL, and apparently that is going to be a big toll on my mental health. So I am going to use BetterHelp to combat this and take initiative on my mental health. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start talking with a therapist within 48 hours.
Why invest in everything else, but not your mind?
That seems like a dumb thing not to do.
Lucky for you, this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Dropouts listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/dropouts. That's BETTERHELP.com/dropouts. Go get yourself some help.
Are you tired of sex podcasts that only focus on how to please your man? Then Sydney in the Sheets is the podcast for you.
Jared, I've been saying this for a long time. Not a lot of people talk about how the sexual experience for a woman can be improved. You know, how it can be better. But Sydney in the Sheets will talk about it. She doesn't care. She'll talk about sex and women all day.
Sydney and her friends, they talk about everything from their virginity to losing it, to purity culture, to different positions you can try, and literally everything in between.
They talk about the good, the bad, the uncomfortable, the unpleasant, the fun. Experiences all surrounding sex. What a podcast to listen to if you ever want to know about sex. Sydney in the Sheets, listen to that in your earlobes.
Because they don't think anyone should be having bad sex.
To listen to Sydney in the Sheets, all you got to do is follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, or wherever you listen. You can also listen ad-free by subscribing to Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts on the Wondery app. Listen to Sydney in the Sheets, that sweet, sweet podcast about sex. Sex podcast. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Listen right now.
Jared's going to go listen right now. If you want to listen to that podcast, it's about sex. Back to the show.
Do you agree, disagree, or neutral with the statement, it would bother me if my significant other liked provocative photos of someone else on Instagram?
Depends on who the person is.
Fucking hell. All these silver linings, okay?
I am the most indecisive person. So yeah.
Okay, no, you're there.
It depends on everything.
Okay, he's
It
scrolling
depends.
through.
Do I like the girl? If it's someone that I get along with,
It's just
then
some random girl.
He's
Whatever.
scrolling through and he sees
Swimsuit model.
Josie with a
Who's
swims-
Josie?
I don't know.
Some random girl.
Some random girl.
I don't know.
Okay, you're scrolling. You see this girl. She's
yes,
like,
but it depends.
and then-
It depends on the guy. Like if I already like have like
You're
somewhat
it's
trust
your
issues.
significant other.
Oh, like I have had trust issues with my significant other before. Thank you so much, Jared. Like I said, if I already have trust issues with this person, then yes, I'm going to be a little bit sus about it. But
Would-
like if it's not like
Would this not incite trust issues,
okay,
though?
here, this doesn't get put in the fucking podcast.
okay, so the person that you trust, you don't care if they like the picture.
No, because I don't suspect that that's gonna do anything.
No, I know, but they're still like saying like, hey, I like the way that this girl is being provocative.
And girls do that all day long.
I
What do
know,
you mean girls do that all day
No,
long?
We
no.
look at other girls' asses the same amount as you guys do.
Okay, but
We do
like,
that all the
what
time.
about guy? Like, if you're looking
feel like
at
guys-
We do that
guys
to
stuff.
as well. We're all in the same shit. So are you guys. So it doesn't really matter. If we were like watching a show or something and there was like, oh, that girl's hot, I'd probably be like, dude, fucking hot. I'd join in. I don't care. That's not something that bothers me.
Well, okay.
Hot take.
then. Hot take.
What about you, Jared? If like your significant other, and then you just keep seeing that she's liking like guys with their shirts off, 6-pack, pecs to the moon. I'm talking Josh. Like, what do you?
Oh, yeah. No, I have severe trust issues.
There he goes. Okay.
Immediately, I would just like, I wouldn't, I've never gotten in an argument with a significant other, but I would bring it up. I'd just be like, hey, what's going
Why?
on? Why? Yeah. Like, why?
It would definitely get to my head a bit.
Yeah. There
There we go.
There we go. There
Now
we
we're
go.
digging.
But it's not something I would like bring up. Like I don't think I would bring it up. If anything, I would just like mentally take it in and be like, that was a little fuck. But like,
Well,
I
that's
wouldn't say
even more
anything.
damaging.
Like, I would never be like, you can't do this. I'd just be like, this hurts me.
Yeah, but see, then they always come back around and they're always like, you're controlling.
No,
Would
that's just
appreciate if you didn't do
that's
that
just an
for me.
immature guy.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
just,
but that's always the response you get. So you choose not to say anything at all.
Wow, this is damaging.
you
You gotta get with better guys.
Yeah, you need some relationship counseling.
I've
Zach,
been
what
with
about
2
you?
guys.
I would kill myself.
Oh, and I need counseling.
I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah, of course you wouldn't like it.
you wouldn't like it.
You're just actively like you could just see the photo and be like, it's probably a little bit different in our social media world because like if you liked a picture or if you're with a social media guy and they liked a picture, there's a chance that that person would see it.
Especially if they're
Because that's kind of like shooting a shot in a way.
Yeah.
But I definitely, I wouldn't like it. Like, okay, you see a hot picture of a guy, like why can't you just be like internally, like if I see a pretty girl and I'm in a relationship, I'm like, that's a pretty girl. I'm not gonna do anything, but like I can recognize she's pretty.
Like you can look at it, but why do
No,
you
I'm saying,
like
why do you
it?
have to like it?
Yeah, why do you
You didn't have to like
You
it.
didn't have to like it.
That's the thing. You didn't have to like
Like
it. You can
everybody,
see it. I
everybody
don't give
knows when someone's attractive. You can be like, that's an attractive person. Yes, okay, but I don't have to be like double tap.
I'm gonna let
Okay.
them know I like it.
Yeah.
That's the
Alright.
part that's the part that gets me.
Just get called psycho if we do that. So
I have worried about the appearance of my Hoo-ha.
Yeah, every girl does.
Let's roll a
That's it,
clip.
yeah.
Let's roll a clip.
All right. Have you ever worried? I'm reversing these. Have you ever worried about?
Well, actually, that's some of the. I pulled some. Do guys think the same?
Oh, okay. I
questions.
apologize.
So we'll get into those, and then we'll get Riley's perspective on like the girl side of what guys think.
Okay.
And
Just so
then,
you know, the guy's going to be here in probably like 2 minutes at the door.
do you agree, disagree, or neutral with the statement? I'm okay with pushing boundaries in the bedroom.
Jared just got on here to ask Riley sex questions.
No,
I apologize. We thought it was going to be a wholesome
These are
podcast. Jared came over here as
These
a
are
creep.
questions straight from the video.
How big do you like a wiener? Jared, let's chill out, huh? She's just here to be a friend, you know? She's here to fill in when Indy's gone.
My fucking stomach.
So would you like to get whipped or not? I don't know. Neutral? Okay. All right, I think he's walking up. Small break from our conversation we were having. Peacock just delivered me like a little PR package, and they sent me a full cooler full of like drinks and beer and fun, and it's so cool.
Isn't that dope?
They gave me a speaker. So go watch their new show, Bel Air. They're not even like paying me to say this, but they gave me this sick thing. I even got like moss. They sent me moss.
Moss.
Holy shit.
Thank you guys. Like I'm actually,
That's a really
I have a
good
really
thing. You
hard
got
time
plates and
expressing
everything.
my happiness with things. That's just a flaw in my personality, but I am very excited about this.
But it's actually so cool.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
You
I
got
kinda
plates
like-
and everything.
got
You guys
plates.
got new plates.
They gave me new plates, and they're ceramic, and they don't break.
Well, what if it did?
Okay. Short little intermission there.
Yup.
Anyway, back
But-
to whatever we were talking about.
Pretty cool.
I
So
was sick. I've been in doing social media for a little bit now. I don't even know if that's the right term of what you say, but I've never really gotten that many PR things. So anytime I do, I get really excited. 'Cause
It
it's
is
like
really
someone
exciting.
values me.
I know.
I love it because I feel like watching like Mads and Indy get PR packages all the time.
They get
So,
the
all-
best PR packages.
all the
It's
time. They get the
literally-
best ones too. And so like when I get one, I'm like, yay! It'll be like a phone case, but I'm stoked.
Yeah, but that's still so freaking
And like this is the best
Yeah.
PR package I've ever seen.
Oh, there you go. Put on the crown, big boy.
Yeah.
I am kind of like a king right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm better than everyone. Is that the feeling I'm supposed to have?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is sick.
So let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Now do guys think the same?
Okay,
right.
let's get into it.
All right, Zach.
Yeah.
Do you think a guy should pay for the first date?
The way I was raised, I like to. I would feel weird if I didn't. I can't speak for all guys, but I personally like to. It shows you that I value you enough to take you out on this date, and I really want you to have a good time. Now, if the girl was like, "Hey, it'd mean a lot to me and just what I stand for. If we split this, then I'd be like, I would have no trouble with it. But I would initially going in thinking that I am gonna pay.
That I feel the exact same way. Like I
Okay.
was just raised that that's what a gentleman does, is that they pay, especially for the first date. But usually they pay like for the dates. And I know like later on, like you split it or like you take turns or whatever because it gets expensive.
See, that's
for
my thing. Even Mads and I are doing that now. She'll like we're just splitting. We split groceries 50-50 because we usually go shopping.
You're dating your
together.
sister?
No.
Whoa.
I'm just
TikTok room.
no. I'm just saying now that like we have like when we go shopping and everything like that for groceries, we split groceries. But like if I get Starbucks in the next morning, like I got Starbucks yesterday in the morning, so then I pay for that, and then she'll pay for the next meal, and then I'll pay for the next meal, and then we go back and forth like that instead of worrying about like, oh, well, Starbucks is cheaper.
Do you like living with your sister? Is it nice? Do you
We're
guys
having fun.
Do you guys butt heads?
Well, we're siblings, so it's a lot easier to butt heads than
So,
like, living with
obviously,
anyone.
But it's probably a lot easier
Well, yeah,
to then.
it's well, I think we're just more vocal about it. You know, like I feel like if like you were to do something minor that Jared isn't like the most,
He would
biggest
never talk
fan
about it. He'd tell other people.
He wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't.
What are you talking
well, not
about?
even tell other people. I just feel like it'd be like whatever, like that, like whatever. Like
I've
that
always
happened.
told you straight up.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even if it's like a minor inconvenience, I feel like you'd just be like, oh, whatever.
Oh,
Like
if it's like super,
unless it does it over and over again, but
Like, if
because
it's a
it's
one-time
because
thing.
yeah, but because it's my sister, I'm like, don't fucking do that. Like, we just like go back and forth, and we're like we just have no shame like telling each other.
Zach,
Yes.
have you worried about the size of your penis?
Not really since puberty.
So like after it grew,
Yeah, like before that.
you were concerned before you
well,
hit puberty?
I hit puberty late, so
So
I
I
didn't
feel that. Yeah.
I didn't want to I didn't want to be in the locker room with the guys, and everybody's like, look at my fully developed, and we're like, I still got a little peanut. But then once it grew, I felt fine and confident, and I've got a hog on me. I don't know what else I can say.
Got a hog on.
Not a big deal. Riley, close your ears.
I remember coming
on
home
headphones.
from like after my first 7th grade football practice. And obviously we shared the same locker room with like all of the upperclassmen and whatever. And, so the senior guys were in there and I come home or I get in the car and I was like, Mom, can I ask you a question? She's like, yeah. And I was like, is mine going to get all hairy like that too? And she was like,
You and
"Wha-
your mom have too close of a relationship.
Well, for the longest time, it was just me and her. So
I would
who
have
else was like,
I would have Googled way before that.
oh, well, I
And
actually
now
like
you're
my
Bush
mom.
City.
No,
Bald as a bat?
not bald as a bat,
Oh, a little in
but
between.
yeah.
Half bush on one side, bald as a bat on the other. Anyway, move on.
All right. I'd rather hang out with the boys than my girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean, no. I don't know. I answered way too quickly. I can't really get my.
Yeah, you can't get
Come
out of
back from
that.
that one.
Let's just move on.
No.
Oh, okay.
On like
Let's dig this hole deeper.
yeah, on like an emotional day-to-day basis, I want to be with the woman because they can give me things that I don't need or don't have with the boys. But if it's just like, okay, it's more of a scenario basis.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, who would you rather play paintball with? The boys.
double.
Who would you rather
Go to the farmer's market with.
the boys? That sounds like a great time. Now, who would I rather spend my anniversary with?
Oh,
So
so considerate.
now, if my boys were to come, that'd be fun.
That'd be pretty sick.
No.
Obviously.
Equal.
Yeah, because like your girl is supposed to be your best friend.
They
right?
are.
And so, yeah. So like,
Yep.
she's basically one of the boys.
Yeah.
I would give.
What about you, Jared?
Huh?
What about you?
I don't have a girlfriend. We don't have to worry about that. I
Whoa,
would give
hot
my.
take. Wait, but actually, who? What would you rather do?
It really depends. Yeah, like it is a scenario thing. That's a good question. I think.
Dude, I feel like a real a-hole.
Why?
It depends.
It depends.
I think
Whatever.
because most of the time when I'm in a relationship, I'm with the girl more than I'm with my friends. So when I get to see my friends, and I'm more excited to see them.
I also get in a really bad habit where my entire social life becomes revolved around my girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. Trust
Right?
me.
Yeah. Where like you don't see me
Yep.
if I'm dating somebody. So
Now you're dating that dog.
well,
A lot
the
of-
dog has separation anxiety. I can't leave the house for more than an hour.
Pop a Xanax in his water bowl and leave. Not really, PETA. Come on.
Okay. I would give my ex a second chance after cheating on me. Riley chimes in. No, that's a hard no.
A what? No.
The thing is,
What amazes me is that you had no trouble answering that last question, and this one you're like, well,
Well, no. I'm trying to. I would still be no. I would just be. I was thinking like I'd have the hardest time. The rest. That's all I would think about the rest of the relationship.
if you were to get back together with that person,
because that would
Wouldn't trust them when they did absolutely anything.
anything, You have to
exactly.
be with me 24/7, or else I'm not going to believe a word you say.
And then when I'm with them, I'm just resenting them.
Like that's the thing is like I understand like people make mistakes or whatever, but that's just like that's a line that if you cross, it's like sure, I understand you made a mistake, but that is like the biggest deal breaker in a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, given the opportunity, most guys would sleep with their friends that are girls
Depends.
on.
It's very shallow, but I think their attractiveness level.
Yeah, that okay, let's say
And
like
this is most guys, right?
Yeah, this
Like
is
me,
most guys.
I wouldn't. So I actually wouldn't.
but that honestly that makes
This was very genuine. I coming off in a very jokey way, but I would not. But I'm
but
saying
that
most
actually
guys
that makes
would.
sense for you because you're not a very like sexually charged person.
Yeah, when it comes to you, Jared, because just 'cause I don't want to have sex with you doesn't mean I'm not sexually charged.
Are we all forgetting about?
Huh?
Like you, I don't want to have sex with you.
Well, good. I don't want to have sex with you either.
But see the difference?
No,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'll take it. Whatever.
Okay. I think it's healthy when a couple shares their locations.
Yeah, I think it's healthy
I think it's healthy
because
too.
if there's nothing going wrong, I think it's just a safety thing.
Yeah.
exactly. Like you just
Unless
want
you're
to.
psychotically checking in every 2 minutes, then it's not.
Then
but
If
that's-
you're doing it for trust reasons, then
Then
it's
it's not
not. But if you're
healthy.
doing it for,
like pure safety.
or even, like sometimes when me and somebody would be in a relationship and we had locations on, I would just check, be like, hey, are they busy right now? Oh, they're at the grocery store. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if they're on their way over, it's
Seeing
like
how long it
See
takes
how
them to
far
get there.
away they are. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I think there's it's a fine line between healthy and unhealthy.
yeah.
Yeah, as long as everybody's comfortable with it.
Yeah, and you're not using it for any like
Not, yeah.
malicious intent.
Why are you here? Or like,
Now, how would you take it if you're like, would you mind sharing your location with me? Like you're going out, I'd just appreciate it if I like had that on just to make sure you're safe. If they were like, no. How would you
Oh,
take
yeah,
it?
of course that'd be bad.
suss me
That would
out
be
so
sus,
hard.
Right? That'd be sus because like, why not?
I
well,
would
now you just turned it into a thing. You're like,
Well,
oh.
no,
I'm talking about them.
Yeah, because then it's like, well, why?
well, like
like,
yeah,
nah,
like I just
see-
want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I
like
just wanna make
why?
sure you're good.
And then they're just like, no. And it's like, okay, immediately my mind goes to the worst place.
Okay, wait. I have an interesting question for you guys. What are your guys' thoughts on your significant other going out without you present?
Like going out with their friends.
Yeah,
Oh,
going out
I'd
with your
rather not
friends.
go.
You, I know that.
That's
You're-
fine.
Zach's
you're
like, that's
out.
my dream scenario.
Yeah, you're out of this. I'm talking about you because you enjoy going out as well.
I mean, I enjoy going out, but also,
If they were to just like be like, oh, we're going out, we're gonna go to like a party or something.
yeah, there would be times that I'd also want to just
It also
go
comes
out
back-
by
Go out
myself.
without- yeah.
Like if the boys invite me out, they're like, hey, we're gonna go
Have a
hang
boys'
out
night
at
at a
yeah,
party or have a boys' night at the bar or something like that.
exactly. I'd just be like, hey, I'm gonna go out, and
Yeah, I
then
think it just all comes back down to trust. If you're like
Yeah.
completely trust the person, it's like, okay, then yeah, go have a girls' night.
Yeah.
I'd rather
See-
not be there.
but if she was like, I'm gonna have a girls' night, it's like, oh, can we just share location to make sure you're safe? And she
Yeah.
goes, no.
No.
Boom.
Yeah, then it's sus again.
Then
it's-
there's an
Then there's
argument.
an argument. Yeah.
And will I show up if you give me your location and watch you outside the club? Of course. But it's not like, I'm not stalking.
See, my thing is trust someone until they give you a reason not to trust them.
But-
My thing is don't trust anyone ever. And I'm hurting mentally. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Last question, Zach. Do you
Yes.
or do you not prefer when a girl makes the first move?
Is there really a preference?
I think so.
Do I prefer it? It's very scary to make the first move. So if I already knew she was interested, it'd be pretty sick. But I don't know. Like, I don't think I care either way.
I don't know if I'd prefer them to make the first move. You know what I mean?
But you wouldn't care if they did.
I'm a very anxious and like nervous person, especially out in public and especially when I'm like trying to talk to somebody that I like. So it would make the whole situation a whole lot easier, at least on my end, if they approach.
Where I like talking, and I feel like sometimes
You're very good at it.
well, sometimes I'm decent at it. So that's kind of a fun game for me to see if I can they can find interest in me just by talking. And like I can usually pretty much gauge it. So if I do go in for the kill, I'm usually confident about it. And then I can usually tell if they're like, no, I would never want to touch you with a 10-foot pole. I'm like, good call. And then I'll leave them alone forever.
And you're good at transitioning small talk into like an actual conversation, whereas I would just have small talk forever. I'd just be like,
Yeah, the weather. And then the weather next week's going to be crazy too. You see it?
yeah, it's gonna be like, what is that?
And then
80s.
last week's weather.
Can you believe it? It was windy.
What's up with that? What's one thing on a date for both of you? What's one thing on a date? Like if like it's your first date with this girl, what would be like the one thing that'd be like, yeah, never? Like would I don't want to go out with this person again? And what would be the one thing where it'd be like, I fuck with this person? Like what would be that one tell? Like there has to be something
I mean,
that they
mine's
would
simply just the conversation. If they're like very superficial and
Yeah.
not very intelligent, I'd be like, ugh.
What if it's just nerves? And like you go on a second date and then they're like
Also, if
talking
they're
at first.
rude, how they treat the waiter is a big thing. As far as something that I really like is kind of just joking around, not taking things like too seriously. And
I would have
I
to
like
say
witty.
I would have to say when you're like having the conversation and stuff, like clearly, work comes up, like what do you do for work, blah, blah, blah. Like ambition is like a big make or break for me, right? Because like if you are somebody that's just like doesn't have any goals or like doesn't want to go anywhere and like doesn't want to progress in their career, whatever, is like not content where they are because like that means you're actually happy, but it's just like apathetic to the whole thing. It's like I'm a very ambitious person. Like I want to achieve a lot of big things in life. And
Name
it's like,
one.
well, I want to win a Grammy.
Not gonna happen.
Want to bet?
Yep.
I'm not saying they have to have outlandish goals like that, but like I just want somebody to have, like, if they're just like, yeah, I work in this job, it's not really going anywhere and I don't care. It's like, that's immediately a turnoff for me. And I was just like, I don't want to spend my time with this person.
Work ethic is a big thing for me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Definitely if I'm the only one trying to start a conversation,
Oh,
that
that
is
is
the most
so-
frustrating thing ever. Like I'm the only one trying to keep it going. I'm the only one bringing up new topics, and then I only get like one word responses. You can't even create a conversation out of that.
That's
it's the most even
infuriating.
on text though, it pisses me off because then it's like, can you say something else? Like we
Yeah.
did the whole what you doing shit. Like say something. Like I'm trying to actually
Ask
have
a question.
Yeah, ask a question. I'm trying to have an actual conversation.
I can't stand, like, when you're trying to get to know somebody that you did not know at all before, right?
Yes.
Like, and
You
you're
have no idea who they are. You're just like
you're asking
met
like
met
where you're
them.
from, what's your family like, blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and they don't like
Reciprocate
or
the
even
question.
ask
it again. Like ask me that question then.
Yeah,
like if you
'cause
don't know
that's-
what to say,
that's
be
the
like,
back
oh,
and
what?
forth.
Yes, exactly. It's a back and forth thing. So if I'm like, oh, like where are you from? And they're like, oh, Texas or whatever. And then you're like,
That's all they say.
that's all they say. They're like,
Cool.
cool. I'm from California. Like you have to like respond with the
Wow.
answer. It's so frustrating.
Oh,
You're getting to know her, Zach.
yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Knowing
Born
her
in
for-
Arizona, raised in Cali.
There you go.
That's cool. I don't think
That was
you'll
your
ever
turn.
find love, and I think you'll be alone for the rest of your life.
Honestly, I'm starting to believe it.
Then that makes two of us.
Right?
Have you guys
Yes.
heard of the Tinder swindler?
I have heard of it. I haven't watched it
No.
yet, so don't ruin it for me. Okay, so
what's
basically,
that?
this guy, he goes on Tinder, and then he asks girls for money, and then he takes the other girls out on Tinder with the money he borrowed from the other girls, right?
So it's a Ponzi scheme, right? So technically it's not illegal because all of the money that he's getting from these girls is from their own volition, right? Like he's not like threatening them. He's not putting them under any sort of duress or whatever. He's just straight up conning them, like manipulating them.
Okay.
But so what he does, he's on Tinder, they swipe right, they match, and then he pretends that his current identity right now is that he pretends to be the son of like the biggest diamond dealer in the world, right? Of the Lviv. So he's Simon Lviv, son of Lev Lviv, who's like the diamond king.
Okay.
So he pretends to live this billionaire son's lifestyle. So he rents private jets, stays at 5-star hotels, eats at all these fancy restaurants, only wears designer clothes, drives like luxury cars, blah, blah, blah. The whole 9 yards, puts all this money into it. So he will get to know these women for weeks at a time, you know, and like makes them fall in love with him, you know, and then like we'll start a relationship with them. And then he kind of sets it up early that he is always traveling because the diamond industry is a very dangerous industry to be in. And he has a lot of enemies that want to kill him or like capture him and like for ransom and stuff like that. And so then after a couple weeks, once he knows that they're like
Just
under
ruining
his
the
thumb-
documentary, huh?
no, this is just like, this is not giving away anything. This is all in the fucking trailer of it. So then once he's like, knows he's got them under his thumb, he will be like, oh, my enemies are after me. None of my credit cards are working. Can you take out a credit card in your name, but like let me use it? Or can you take out a loan and give me the cash? So because they're tracing my credit cards and blah, 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 all this stuff. And these women think they're in love with him. And
They give him the money.
They give him the money. So they'll give him, he's con, like there's the first girl that they cover. I'll just say this. I think she gave him like out of like 9, 10 or 11 loans, it was like $250,000 or something. But then he'll take that money and then he'll go spend it on, so like he's dating this one girl from the Netherlands and then all of a sudden he's spending all that money on like a Russian model girlfriend that he has and then stuff like that. It is the most insane thing ever, but none of it is like technically illegal, right? And so like there's certain things that he does that are and that like impersonating somebody, you know? Yeah, it is a wild documentary.
That's like,
it's on Netflix. You should absolutely give it a watch.
We're promoting Peacock right now, Jared.
What is it called?
The Tinder Swindler.
And it's a movie?
It's a documentary.
Okay.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'm going to be honest with you guys. My energy levels took a sweet, sweet crash right into the floor, and that means we got to go.
That means it's done.
Might be mental depression fatigue. We do not know. But if you stayed to the end, make sure to
Let us know your opinions. Brad Pitt or Rob Lowe.
send me
I want to see who
send me the
wins.
best picture of either one that you're most in love with. Okay.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
Make sure to kiss me if you see me in public, and we'll talk to you later.
Happy Super Bowl. Go Bengals. Who Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Don't look at me while you say that.
I was
Makes me
thinking.
get butterflies in my stomach.
Just have a good rest of your week and weekend.
Or
Yeah.
don't.
That's Riley. That's Zach.
That's
I'm
a
Cherry
legend.
Bear Music.
And this is the end of Dropouts.
Forever.
Not forever.
forever.
Yes, forever. We're done.
No, we're not.
No.
Why? No one listens to this anymore.
That's not true.
Hello?
You don't listen.